What's up, guys? Today we're going to be working on the third Gen Tacoma. We have a bunch of lights we're going to be putting on this thing. We have a set of pod lights that will go up here by the hood, as well as a few on the roof rack and the back of the alu cab. So for the lights we're going to be using, I got a bunch of these angled lights. We're going to be installing these on the roof rack and then two on the back of the alu cab. They will go up here like that. These are a floodlight and they point down, so they'll be nice because they're not a spot beam and they won't be too overpowering. These are the lights we have for the corners of the hood. I have these on the other Toyota and they're awesome. They flood out very well. So we have a whole pile of lights here. These are the brackets we're going to be using to bolt these pod lights to the hood. And then we're going to have to make a couple metal pieces or backing plates that will go on the lights for the roof rack. Alright, so for mounting the lights on the side of the roof rack, as you can see, the bolt holes are just narrow enough to fit in between this cutout. So what we're going to do is make a piece of metal that goes on the back side, and it will just clamp the light and the piece of metal on the back and pinch it between the roof rack. Alright, we got the pod lights up front done. All we have left to do is wiring those in, which we'll do later. Side lights on the roof rack are mounted. Those things are awesome. I love how they have just a slight angle to them, so they'll fan out nice and good. Right now I'm getting ready to work on installing the ones on the back of the alu cab, so I'll probably put them up here somewhat like that on both sides. So what I'm going to have to do for that is drill the two holes for the bolts, as well as a hole for the wiring to go through that thing. And then when we put this up there, we'll add some silicone to seal it up. That way no water gets in. So what I'm doing right now is measuring for my hole location on the power cord. And it's right at 7/8 over from the bolt hole. I'm going off of that one, and then I need to go up a little bit with it. There we go. Got a rubber grommet installed for the wires to go through. Definitely always make sure you put those on there so these don't rub and ground out and catch your vehicle on fire. So just because I'm curious how well this seal does with these lights, what I'm going to do is install this without any silicone, and then when I wash it over the next few days, I'm going to check on the inside and see if there's any water. That way I know how well these seals work for sealing the bolt holes, and then this sealing with the rubber grommet. So hopefully it works good and I don't have to take it back apart and put silicone on it. All right, there we go. We got the rears installed on this thing. They're fairly simple. Just need to mark out my hole locations, drill it, and they went in smooth. Side lights on the roof rack are done, as well as the front pod lights. I feel like we are fully decked out in lights on this thing now. We should be able to see plenty. Very excited to try out the ones on the side of the roof rack as well as the back of this. Should make a big difference when setting up camp at night. So that'll be cool to get those done. Next up, we're gonna have to wire all these in. There's a ton of wiring to do on this, so I'm gonna end up saving that for a separate video, and then we'll get that knocked out. So not a very long video today, but it is better than nothing. It's a little bit hot out, so I'm ready to call her quits, but we'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching. Peace.